Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right with your diet, but you're still fighting off crazy cravings and those afternoon energy crashes? Well, it turns out there's a huge piece of the blood sugar puzzle that most of us are completely missing. So let's pull back the curtain and find the hidden player that could honestly change everything for you.
Oh man, it's a story I hear all the time. That mid-afternoon urge for something sweet, it just hits you like a tidal wave, right? You try to fight it, sometimes you give in. And then the whole frustrating cycle just starts all over again. But what if I told you that craving has almost nothing to do with willpower? It's your body sending you a very, very specific signal. And yeah, right along with those cravings comes that monster energy slump. You know the one, where you feel completely wiped out, can barely keep your eyes open? These two feelings are not separate issues. They are deeply connected. And today we're going to figure out the real reason they keep happening.
So to solve this whole mystery, we've got to understand what your body is trying to do 24/7. It's performing this incredible balancing act. Day, night, whether you're awake or asleep, its number one job is to keep your blood sugar in a really tight, safe range.
That magic number, the sweet spot, is right around 100 milligrams per deciliter. Now, if your blood sugar shoots up too high, that's called hyperglycemia. That's the hallmark of diabetes. But if it drops too low, that's hypoglycemia. Both are dangerous. So your body is working tirelessly all the time to stay right in the middle.
Okay, so when we think blood sugar, what's the first thing that pops in your head? The pancreas, right? And insulin, of course. It plays a super important role, but it's a very specific one. The best way to think about it is as the system's brake. So insulin's job really only kicks in after you eat something. When sugar from your food hits your bloodstream, insulin slams on the brakes. It pulls that glucose out of the blood and shuttles it into your cells for energy or for storage. That way your levels don't go flying through the roof. Simple, right? Well, that's only half the story.
All right, you ready for the big reveal? The real workhorse, the absolute unsung hero of your blood sugar regulation, is an organ we almost never talk about in this context, and that is your liver. It's the one doing almost all of the heavy lifting to keep you stable.
This right here, this makes it all make sense. If the pancreas and insulin are the brake that lowers blood sugar after a meal, your liver is the accelerator that raises it when you're not eating. Think about it. Between meals, overnight, anytime you're fasting, your liver is the one trickling glucose back into the blood to keep you from crashing. It's a perfect tag team.
Now get this is the stat that should really make you sit up and pay attention. When you actually measure the hormonal workload, the liver is doing 100 times more work than the pancreas. 100 times! Yet we give all the credit to the pancreas. Your liver is on duty constantly, making sure you stay balanced.
Okay, so let's tie this all back to those nagging cravings. Here's what happens. You eat some sugar. Your body needs a super important mineral, potassium, to actually store that sugar away in your liver and your muscles. But here's the catch. Most people are really low in potassium, so you can't store the sugar properly, it has nowhere to go, your blood sugar crashes, and your brain starts screaming for a quick fix. And that's your craving. This just reframes the whole problem, doesn't it? Your craving isn't a moral failing, it's not a lack of willpower, it's a mineral deficiency. You need about 4,700 milligrams of potassium every single day. And the best sources are not bananas. It's potassium-rich vegetables. We're talking 7 to 10 cups of salad or other veggies to give your liver the tools it desperately needs.
You know, understanding the liver's role also clears up so much confusion about diabetes. Type 1, that's a pancreas problem. The pancreas just can't make insulin. But type 2, which is way more common, is primarily a liver problem. It's insulin resistance. Your liver cells have just stopped listening to insulin's signal. It's like a telemarketer who calls every single day. Eventually, you just stop answering the phone. The call's being made, but the liver isn't picking up.
So we figured out that the liver is the main worker. But who's the boss? Who's telling the liver what to do? Well, it turns out there's another layer to this system, a really powerful hormone that has a massive impact on your blood sugar, especially as you get older.
And that boss is growth hormone, or GH. People often call it the hormone of youth. GH is what signals your liver to do its job. But here's the problem. GH levels naturally go down as we age, and they absolutely plummet when we're stressed. So what does that mean? It means the liver starts getting weaker and weaker instructions over time, which makes it so much harder to keep your blood sugar stable.
And hey, keeping your growth hormone levels healthy isn't just about blood sugar. This hormone is also what tells your body to burn fat for fuel. It protects your muscles and your collagen from breaking down. It literally helps slow down the aging process. It's a true cornerstone of feeling young and vital.
Okay. Wow, so now that we actually understand the real mechanics behind all this, the big question is, what in the world do we do about it? Well, the good news is you can absolutely take back control. And you can do it by supporting the system naturally. Let's walk through a simple, science-backed plan.
This 5-step plan hits every single weak point that we've just talked about. This is not some fad diet, okay? This is about giving your body the fundamental support it needs to find its balance again. So, let's break it down step by step.
All right, first up, diet. We have to give the system the right building blocks. That means loading up on those potassium-rich veggies. Think kale, spinach, big salads to help store sugar the right way. And we need to support our liver directly. That means eating bitter greens like arugula and dandelion greens, while taking out the things that actively harm it, like alcohol, fried foods, and of course, tons of sugar.
Next up, a couple of lifestyle changes. Intermittent fasting, and you can start simple, just a 12-hour overnight fast. Gives your overworked liver a much-needed break. And sleep, oh my gosh, sleep is completely non-negotiable. Most of your growth hormone is released during deep sleep, so getting 7 to 8 solid hours is one of the most powerful things you can possibly do.
And finally, number 5, exercise. But not just any exercise. The research is really clear that short bursts of high-intensity movement are the most effective way to naturally spike your growth hormone. But, and this is important, listen to your body. If you are super stressed out, start with walking. Build up slowly. The goal here is to stimulate your body, not annihilate it.
So the main thing to remember from all of this is that your body isn't broken. It is working so incredibly hard to keep you balanced every second of the day. The real question is, now that you know what it truly needs, are you ready to stop fighting against it and finally start supporting it?